What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jeremy Wormy. I'm coming at you with another video, and we recently had an announcement of a new third-party horror game called Code Violet, which I know nothing about. I really don't give a darn about. I'm not really a big fan of horror games, and also I don't own a PlayStation. But the thing is that this actually started up another round of Goonergate. Jesus Christ.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Mainly because the developers decided to come out here and say that they won't be putting the game out on PC despite the Rule 34 mods. And before you think that I'm being hyperbolic in any way, shape, or form, that's quite literally what they decided to tweet out. For those asking us about a PC version of Code Violet, the reason we are not bringing it to PC is we don't want anyone modding vulgar versions of the main characters as well as other characters in the game. We hold our voice actresses and actors with high regard, as well as our artistic vision for the game and story, and reject any form of destroying that with sexual mods, making a joke out of our art, and possibly tarnishing the reputation of our voice actresses and actors is not worth the extra money we can make.
You're a f***ing idiot. This needs to stop. Now.
But I do want to be very clear here. This is a third-party developer. This is an indie developer. They have every right to distribute their game wherever they want, however they want. I have no issue with that. What people have an issue with is the blatant virtue signaling and the fact that you are willing to cut out an entire demographic of players, mainly due to some bad apples, but at the same time, you don't like how gamers choose to play their own games. That honestly sounds kind of petty, to be pretty honest with you. And on top of that, you are making a work of art. You are making something out there. You are providing something for the internet and trying to fight against the Rule 34 that anything and everything does have a pornography made out of it. Kind of doesn't really make sense because even Lethal Lightning showed he's already made fan art of it. I created fan art of your main character.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.
You can never beat the internet. You're just preventing mods and you're attacking gamers for trying to play games the way they want to be played. But when you actually see some of these responses, I can also come down here to people like Nina Infinity who have a decent take. WTH, I'm a PC player and I don't do those things. So I have to be punished because of what other people might do. You also have Culture Casino here. Micah, we don't want to make money because someone could do something we don't like or would make us feel bad. You're going to take a lot of flack from the PC crowd, but in the future, if you go public or allow yourself to be sold, the motivation would be profit. Good luck. And this is the reality of it all, okay? You're doing this because of your morals and your values. Again, you have all the right to do that. You have all the right to be there. The virtue signaling, though, is what people have a problem with, and the fact that you're punishing an entire demographic of players for your virtues. And we can see some other quote tweets because, yeah, this has been going on for a while. You got Az coming out here saying, boy, that escalated quickly, but you also have people like Vera Dark. So the plan is to punish an entire platform of potential players because some people might mod the game in ways you don't like. That's like saying you won't serve food at a restaurant because someone might add ketchup. Your artistic vision can still shine. Let the audience decide how they want to experience your game. Mods are a form of expression too, not an inherent attack on your art. Maybe trust your community a little more. You also got people like Yellow Flash coming in here saying, so you're punishing players who just want to play it over a few bad apples. You are also cutting yourself off from over half the market. All of this I agree with. Okay, I have no problem with them doing this. I have no problem with them wanting to be an exclusive. It's the virtue signaling aspect. It's the aspect of honestly attacking gamers and trying to cut off an entire demographic of people just because of how they choose to play a game they bought. That doesn't make much sense. And I can go to Vera Dark's aspect. You're not going to serve people food because they might want to put ketchup on it. That doesn't really make sense. That's you cutting off the market. That's you cutting things out. That's you actually hindering your own growth and your own support just because of a few people, just because you're trying to fight the internet that you won't be able to fight. You're going to lose this battle. You're fundamentally losing this already. You can't fight the internet this way. If you just came out and said, hey, we're not going to put it on here because we don't have the support. I do know that there's a tweet of Team Kill actually coming out here saying they're not going to be on Xbox because they don't have the manpower. So why didn't you just come out here and say that's the reason you're not going to be on PC? But because of this, yes, Gooner Gate has been started up yet again because we got people like Dreaded Roberts coming out here, virtue signaling himself and trying to say that they're being harassed and attacked after virtue signaling and cutting off an entire demographic of people. Welcome to the internet. People are going to criticize you, but let's read what Dreaded Roberts has to say, shall we? These developers are being harassed by gamers for simply not wanting porn of their game to be made out of respect to their voice actresses and actors. Too bad you put something out on the internet. Rule 34 applies. Welcome to the internet. The response, huh? Guess you don't like making money then. Porn of your game increases sales. Well, no, but that's not, I don't see that being said anywhere. So, no. You're attacking potential customers. Enjoy your Puritan game. Okay. So out of all these things, I do feel like this is a straw man because I don't see anybody saying porn increases your sales. And I do see people saying enjoy your Puritan game, but that's because they have the right to enjoy their Puritan game. They have cut themselves off from potential customers and they don't want money. That's the reality here. This is a fact of what's being said. This isn't harassment. These are facts. They're being basically attacked for knowing and choosing their audience, for wanting the integrity of their art to remain intact, and for their art to be interpreted as intended rather than to take the closest monetary advantage. Very normal professional behavior. Ironically, everyone is attacking them for doing just that. Meanwhile, well, first off, before we go into your meanwhile, you put something out on the internet. You get criticized. That's not an attack. That is not harassment. Don't act like Alyssa Mercante here. You get criticized. Welcome to the Thunderdome known as the internet. And when you put something out on the internet, the Rule 34 applies. This is life. This is life on the internet. Quit crying about it. Quit crying about it or get off the internet. This is what people have an issue with in this whole Goonergate stuff and this virtue signaling nonsense, is how you keep acting like you can control the internet and that any of this hasn't happened before. There's been countless times in which fans have come out here and criticized certain actions, criticized things, criticized stuff, and now you're trying to act like they're being harassed because audiences and fans criticize something? Screw off, you frickin' baby. Let developers make what they want to make. Nobody's saying that they don't have to make stuff. Nobody's saying any of this. Everybody's saying you can make the game however you want to make it. Go on ahead. Do it. Nobody cares. Let the pieces fall where they may. Okay. Attack gamers. Don't get money. Let the free market decide. You're denying the free market. Are you insane here? You cut yourself off from a market because of a few bad apples. This whole point here makes no sense because you've denied the free market. You're restricting how people play your game. You're restricting the free market. That's not the free market right there, buddy. Why would you even put this here? This doesn't make any sense. This isn't the free market in play. This is a company denying service to people over a few bad apples. That's not the free market. The free market is throwing out everywhere and letting the pieces fall where they may. That's the reality of this. Now, the company has any and all right to deny service to a certain platform for whatever reason. It's the virtue signaling, and your own virtue signaling has just bit you in the butt because you come off and sound like an idiot.
What is wrong with you? Were you dropped on your head?
As they collectively dogpile onto the devs, calling them woke, calling them Puritans, calling them cowards who hate money and effectively calling for their boycott. Pathetic cancel culture behavior. I haven't really seen much people, trying to cancel them, but gamers have the right to spend the money wherever they want. What's acting like cancel culture behavior is pearl clutching and acting like, I can't believe that you don't want to do this. I can't believe you won't allow them to berate you and deny you a game because of a few bad apples. You see the issue there? They are attacking all PC gamers because of a few people that choose to play a game that they put money towards, that they bought, that is now their property the way they want to. I think the woke person here is Dreaded Roberts, just to be honest, because you see the leftist tactics at full play. But let's see this. Okay, dogpiling. You put a comment out on the internet. You get pushback. You get criticism. You as a company are discussing what's going on here. You as a company openly said, because people will make mods of the game that we don't like, we're not going to be a part of this. Because gamers play the game we disagree with, we're not going to give them the game. Kind of sounds like the cancel culture is coming from them, and it kind of sounds like your pearl clutching is what people have an issue with. Their pearl clutching is what people have an issue with. And I'll come right on back over to what Lethal Lightning said. I created fan art of your main character. People are going to take the game no matter what. They will 3D render the main character. They will make stuff out of this. They will do what the internet does. Is it always right? No. Is it always something I like to see? No. But you put something out on the internet. You're fighting with the internet. You decided to take a stance against the internet. You lose every time. So your pearl clutching activities here don't make sense, because all your responses here, outside of two of them, is factual. Guess you don't like money then. You're attacking potential customers. Those are factual. Those are the reality. I don't know what's going on here. And the fact is, we can keep scrolling through some of these. We can come right on here. Boycotting indie games unless they're government funded isn't my thing. But these devs are playing with fire. There's a push to destroy modding by equating voice actors with game assets. Capcom tried this with Ashley. Games are fictional and mods optional. Authoritarianism is a joke. And I agree with that. You got this one. Calm down. Your game is Dead Space Light. You even copied the ominous lullaby thing. We could just see you're getting dunked on. You put comments out there, you get dunked on. This isn't harassment. And this virtue signaling is what people have an issue with. If you just said, hey, we don't have the support, we don't have the manpower, we can't put it out there, we only have the manpower to develop it for one console, because that's your reasoning for not wanting to put it out on the Xbox. I can't find the tweet right now, but they specifically said the reason we can't put it on the Xbox is we don't have the manpower. If you said that, nobody would have had an issue. But it's the virtue signaling and it's the attacking an entire demographic that people have a problem with. That's the reality. Let the pieces fall where they may. Indie developer has any and all right to do what they want with their game. By those decisions, you will get criticism. Welcome to the Thunderdome, known as the internet. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me get your guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Shout out friends, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video live, guys. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.